Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed, we are here, we are live once again. Yes, we are. Also live over on the YouTube, so welcome on in to anyone watching on the YouTube. We're live there also. All right, let's get the bits and bobs. There we go. Friday stream on there. Bit of social mediaing to do. Give me a second. Doesn't take that long. And I get shouted at if I don't do it. You streamed and you didn't put something. Oh, God. Yeah. Right, okay. So that's all the social mediaing done. Let's go to the live screen on that one and on the YouTube. There we go. We're live screening on both. There we go. All good stuff. Arc Space Quest, good evening, sir. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So as you can see, we've been working on this character. Let us get some daily missions. I'm applying for a job. Straightforward, please. Goodbye. There we go. How are things in Arc Space Quest land? How the devil are you, sir? And an alien daily, of course. Busy bee as usual, yes, I believe so. So you're keeping up with the RC. It's going well. It's going really well. I'm proud of you, dude. What you want to do now is go back, look at your first ever video, and then look at your latest video and look how far you've come. Just in terms of how much better your videos sound, look, how much better you are as someone presenting, etc. It's just surprising, isn't it? Oop. Percent D. Rebuff. 2 Fs. Oh, yeah. Well, mine's not a lot better. This is how to doing that all the time. Which is, it's quiet when the first time you hear it. In real life, it's quite quiet, but over a microphone, it's loud. So, yeah, you got to avoid going. Because, yeah, it's just jarring. Yeah, well, you should just keep it there to remind you of how far you've come, Right, we Hazo. So you're saying find a friend tomorrow? Yeah, looking forward to it. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, there's a few more I want. I'll come in soon and start looking for places. I could suggest some, but that would kind of defeat the point of find a friend, wouldn't it? It's no good me suggesting cool places we could go and do it if I'm the person searching. It would make no sense, would it, sir? It would be cheating, yeah, basically, yeah. There's no way around it. Find a Friends is popular. People like it. Not least because, well, it's fun. People are like joining in and whatnot. Oh, you sent me I missed the message on Discord. I was playing a different game, so my head was just doing that. So what have we got? Place the bomb, talk to Warden Staines. Okay. Yeah, it's different, and the clues are interesting. They are the 3, 2, 1 clues. I maintain that. Place the bomb. Damn it. I was close, but I missed the sign. It's hard not to give it away, but use the map in and out to find, yeah, this is it, yeah. I can think of some interesting places that would be okay for a lower level Froob to, be hanging about. But like I say, if I suggest them, then I can't play. If you think over some of the places we went and looked for other things, might give you some ideas. There's my teleport, yeah. I bet. How many years did you have that? I mean, God. Nigh on 20 years. So yes, it's beer o'clock this evening. I'm still on holiday. I start back at work on Tuesday. Almost 20, yeah, it'd have to be. God, we're going slowly. Yeah, I find a friend is good fun. I mean, racking your brain trying to think, it's going to be such and such a place, and then you fly out there and you go, nope, No, this wasn't it. So then you're back to, what the hell is it then? Crack on. Some Vino soon. Stupid PC updates at the minute. Yeah? No, not many. Mr. Boston, is this game still around? Nope. Nope, you're having a hallucination, sir. Good luck finding a team. For what? 12-man, Inferno New, Mantis Queen. PA, that's... no, all right there. That's a raid event group. Damn, we is old and shit, yeah. Do you know how old I was when I started playing this game? Oh my god. I didn't have a grey hair on my body anyway. Now look at me. Oh, you can't see on YouTube. But yeah. Yeah, I'm 32 when I started playing and I'm 55 now. Oh my god. 8. I wish. I'd just be hitting my 30s now. That'd be great. I enjoyed my 30s. They were awesome. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Excuse me. 56 now, I know. Excuse me again. Oh my god. Apologies. Yeah, we're streaming to Twitch and to YouTube. I stream to YouTube because I can stream in AV1 at 25 megabyte a second, which... oh, come on. It is obviously much better image quality than Twitch. But yeah. I remember RuneScape started. Yeah, I remember RuneScape. Was it Albion Online? Something like that. I remember that coming out. Excuse me. Lady Sky Cannon, I'm the baby here by the sounds of it. No, you're just not old folks like we are. English? No. Scottish? No. If I'm not English and I'm not Scottish, what am I? Cheers, yep. German? No. Another country in the United Kingdom. Come on. Yeah, Space Quest knows. We should do. Known each other long enough. Right, rats, let's go for the exciting mission. Irish, no. And that's Northern Ireland, Northern Irish. I like whiskey, not beer. Yeah, I'm not big into spirits, but nothing against spirits. I quite like wine, but yeah, spirits, I don't know, I've never really taken to them. Beer I like, you can hit a nice buzz and stay there quite a long while. And I kind of like the flavour. When I go to a pub, I drink a drink called bitter, which is actually a pale ale that isn't pale in the UK. Rookie Exterminator. What should I do again? Getting some moonshine here. Oh yeah. What's it based on? Potatoes or? Better than gasoline for cars. Yeah, if your octane rating's high enough. Oh, from corn. Right, okay. Any fermented vegetable will make it work, you know. If you distill it, yeah, you get your hooch. It'll do the job. Waiting for Windows to finish, then coming for setup. Faff. What are you doing, Space Question? You're doing Windows 11 or something? You say you haven't had many. What's the online population? Somewhere between 1.5 and 3,000 people, depending what day of the week, time of day. But nobody absolutely knows, because Funcom don't release the figures. If you look at the amount of sales, resales, buy orders, sell orders on the GMI, granted that could be one person operating 20 accounts and things like that, so it's very difficult to know. Cumulative and an ASUS update. Oh, I never bother with the ASUS updates. Yeah, the chipset on the board, like for me, it's an Intel chipset, so I just get the updates from Intel. The ASUS ones always want me to install something Armory Crate or all this other bullshit software. I'm like, no, it doesn't need it. I don't want it. I don't care about the RGB, you know. Thanks for the time machine, mate. Yeah, I mean, the game's a different place than it used to be, no doubt. We didn't have buff bots and taxi services and player-made stuff like that back in the day. We do now. 81. Okay, so we need another 19. Let's go. I only use this for AO. Oh, yeah, my computer's on every day. You're like Doctor Who. I'm like Doctor Who. Yeah, if you were curious, I'm actually Welsh, which is the other nation that's part of the UK. It's the only one you were missing. I was sub before, no idea when. You can probably log into your old account. You can even look up your old characters. You can do that in-game if you can remember their name. You can't enroll rats. Yeah, this is what they call a daily mission. There's hundreds of different daily missions. Well, maybe not hundreds, dozens. And one of them is is the rats mission, which you just come and kill all these things for the equivalent of maybe 50 regular missions worth of XP in one hit. You can only do 3 of them a day, though. Oh, so you've missed all the updates during the month. Yeah, that makes sense. No, if I was catting rats, I'd be on a NT or something using AoE. Here we go. Yeah, I got these now, buff bots. So you can go up, these are logged in all the time, so I can just go up and go tell %T help. It's all automated, all scripted. like so. You can go up and then boop, buff menu. And these are all the buffs you can get. Sort of separated by which class has them. So none of this running around asking for a buff. Just go and get one. You know, instantaneously whenever you want. I don't need any. I've already done that. So, you know, wrangles everything. MP, soldier, fixer. And there's a taxi service as well. Which allows you to do a bunch of stuff very, very quickly because it will beacon warp you from anywhere on Rubicon to anywhere else. Yeah, the buff, I mean, the biggest one I know of is in Old Athen. So we nip over here. There you go. Including paid buffs. These are paid characters. See, they're all 220. Well, that one isn't, but 220, 218. And all they do is cast paid buffs. You know, the higher level 215 plus buffs and stuff like that. Composite, Moochums, Nanos or whatever. They introduced daily missions back in, oh my god, like 2008, I want to say. I could be wrong. The Clan Mission Agency, which you missed at the start of the stream. And you can be anywhere on Rubicon and ask for a warp back, and it'll warp you back to right outside. You can go in and pick up these buffs in here. You get one from him, hand it into this dude, get one from this one, hand it into them. So I can hand the one I just did. So pay attention to the XP bar there. Mission complete. There you go. That is a lot of XP at this level. Someone called me up. I didn't know the number and I answered it. He says, "Are you calling about my car's warranty?" He shouts, "No, I'm calling about our solar panels." I shouted back. You idiot. Hang on. There's a lot of scammers on the lines these days. What are you going to do? I just have fun with them. I let them sign me up and go, "Yeah, I'll have to okay it with my landlord though." And then they just hang up on you after you've wasted 20 minutes of their time. I'm calling about your car's extended warranty. No, you're not. You're trying to sell one to me. Jinx for Langs, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, we could hand the alien daily in as well while we're there. And then go off and do the elite daily and handle the prisoner. Mission complete. Goodbye. Yeah, I've had all sorts. Oh, there's a virus on your computer. You need to install this software so we can fix it for you. There's reverse scam artists, people that worked in fraud squads and, you know, cybercrime squads that have since retired, but now get hold of these people, hack into their systems, get into their security software, get into their security cameras, put their faces up, find their real details, because obviously they're using fake names when they call people up to scam them. It's pretty hilarious. I can't think of the guy's name. He's an older Scottish gentleman. And he knows exactly what he's doing with them. He worked with the other guy that used to do the glitter bombs and stuff. They did glitter. Did glitter, but also like some weird... really stinky spray stuff, like basically you've been had by a skunk. It was that bad. Just to pay him back, you know. And then they hand them over to all the details over to the local authorities, who are like, "Thanks," and turn up and arrest them all. It's pretty awesome stuff. You should play some APB. I don't play the missions to smash the cars against people playing missions, and it doesn't sound like my kind of jam. Also Chivalry 2. I've been playing that stuff since like Life 1 mod. Unfamiliar with it. Sounds cool. Driving cars into people. I can see it has a charm. It could be quite cathartic, but I don't know if it's for me. That's quite in my nature, really. Half-Life Mod 1. Okay. I'm aware of Half-Life mods from the original game, yeah. It's a medieval combat game on Chivalry 2. Yeah, I've never played those. I think it's called Wreckfast. It's mad. It sounds mad. It sounds funny, you know. But, yeah, I don't quite know if it's my sort of thing. Like interactions with people and complex skill mechanics and stuff like that you need to work out and balance. I enjoy that puzzle solving kind of element. Appeals to me more than direct action and stuff. You know, I like RPGs. Probably the best action RPG I played in the last decade. Well, the last two best ones were Witcher 3 with the expansions and Cyberpunk 2077. Two amazing games. Fallout 4 was kind of meh. Fallout London's a better game. It's a better Fallout game anyway. Yeah, Fallout London, you should try that one, Arc Space Quest, because it's like the Fallout universe version of London after a atomic war. So it's a bit different, you know, like, but there's still stuff you recognise a lot of, you know. RPG, but it's balanced. A level 1 does the same damage as a 5,000 level. I don't know, that's a balance. What's the point of getting 5,000 levels then? Fallout London, yeah, it's a mod, which basically gives you what I wish Fallout 4 could have been. A real Fallout game. It feels much more like a real Fallout game than Fallout 4 does. If you think Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and then Fallout 4, it's quite a departure. Try Fallout New Vegas. I've played, oh god, I don't know, like 60 different playthroughs of that game with mods. Done Taylor 2 Wastelands. That's incredibly easy to set up now. But yeah, the Some Guy 2000, you know, the bounty hunter quest lines he's got and all that. Yeah, I've done all of those. The DLC, I mean, best Fallout DLC of all time is definitely Old World Blues. There's just nothing but laughs the whole way through. It's nuts. Anyway, where are we at? We've got... Let's have a look at the corpse. 23 minutes, yeah. So we've got a few minutes before we get the respawn. So I think time to fetch myself another beer. I shall be back. Antonio Diaz. Yo, welcome. I'll be back in a second. I'm just nipping off to get a beer. It'll be less than a minute. Is it Antonio Diaz? Am I saying it wrong? I just thought about that as I went and grabbed a beer from the fridge. I see your videos. There are a few. Here we go. Beer o'clock, everyone. Yes, there we are. That is not a sound effect. That is a can of beer. You don't drink at all? Good for you. Paul there. Beer. No, it's Space Quest. Cheers. Yeah, I drink recreationally. You know. If I've got to do something or be somewhere later, nope. You know, simple as that. But you've caught me on holiday from work. No more things need doing for today. No one needs to go anywhere, do anything, yada, yada, yada. So it's chill time. And as I'm on holiday, having a staycation, yeah, having a couple of beers while I play AO and chat to the stream. Excuse me. General, party time. Come join Arc and Twinked Love Machines for the Halloween Party Coaster Piece, 26th of October at 6 p.m. UTC. That's 1 p.m. EST. There you go. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a natural baritone, so yeah, that belt is ridiculous. There's only one voice register lower than my natural speaking voice, which is bass, which is like, you know, your James Earl Jones, oh God, what's his name? The Love Walrus. Oh, he's passed on as well, bless him. Voice play guy. Yeah, I mean, this is my natural speaking voice. It's higher in the evenings than it is in the morning. In the mornings, oh my God. I'm closer to a bass than a baritone. I go down, you know, like a third, minor third even. So, you know, this is just my natural voice, but it's at a frequency where it resonates in normal sized rooms. Yeah. Oh, Barry White. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. Radio stuff. Yeah, it is. It's popular for advertising, radio, and whatever. Yeah, I actually work with emergency service insurance calls. Help, my roof's blown off. I'm the first person you speak to. I'm going to get a surveyor down there. I'm going to get a loss adjuster down there. I'm going to get contractors down to cover the hole. We're going to have county surveyor to make sure the property's secure, etc. I'm going to get you in a hotel, yada, yada. You know, I'm that guy, you know. So having a voice that calms people is, yeah. Baritone. Yeah, there is, yeah. In singing voices, yeah, there's high baritone, low baritone, bass, etc., contra, etc. So I'm not as low as a baritone, but yeah, if you look it up on Wiki, classical, but I can go quite high in falsetto. Yeah, second F below middle C, so yeah. Versus bass is much rarer. A real bass singer is incredible. Yeah, so around the second D below middle C, so they're like half a step to a minor third lower. Yeah, bass is lower. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, you can't see on YouTube, but there's a bunch of guitars behind me. So I'm familiar with these terms because I sort of have a degree in music, but not on purpose. Yeah. So most like rooms in properties and stuff have resonant frequencies due to the sizes of those rooms. I mean, there's a good site you can look at. Oh God. I think I'll find. Yeah, Amrock have got a good site. So in here, the room calculator, you can go and look at room modes. Shoebox aim. So this is the room I'm in right now, and without acoustic conditioning, it would just be nuts. So this is a brilliant tool. So it's 3 meters wide by 3 meters, wide again, and 2.5 meters high, which is about average. So my natural resonance is around between 100 and 110, which is around here, which is where my voice is. If I speak there, my voice sounds even louder. The bass is about here. So, and it goes, all the rest of that. So you can put in what size your room is, and it'll tell you what your problem frequencies are going to be in that room. And my voice is right in the ballpark for most rooms to be resonant in. So I speak gently in a room, and it bloody sounds like ridiculous. It's like the walls are vibrating almost. And it's just due to resonance, that's all. Jeff okay. Let me Google him. Ooh, come here. There we go. Okay, who is it? Right, oh, right, and he's got the eyes. Song of Durin. Oh, right, he's a singer and stuff as well. Was he a baritone, bass or something? Oh, yeah, what's his lowest note? Yeah, I can't play any of this back on the stream. I'll just get, yeah. Oh, God, no, not Instagram.
Some people say a man is a man.
Some people say a man is a... Yeah, he's got great resonance as well. Yeah.
Made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood.
A lot of compression there, though. Poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Yeah. He's a bass. Which is awesome. Now go listen to Barry White. Oh, yeah, because of the vibration. Yeah, I think I have heard him before, yeah. Alright, so also give you... Oh! Dot buff ran out. Go for it again. Yeah, it's quite odd to actually have a bass voice. It's quite unusual. There's the Sam Elliott as well. He doesn't sing though as much, but he's another bass voice. He says he's a baritone, but I say he's a bass. he's at least a minor third or a fifth lower than me in a lot of vowel sounds. I can kind of do them, but it's similar to when someone does a falsetto. It's not a natural. You've got like tonal centers in your voice, so your chest voice is lower, and it is not something you are doing with your throat. Your throat's more or less relaxed at that point, so your vocal cords aren't doing much of anything. It's the resonance comes in the chest and head and nasal cavities. And then your head voice is literally that. They call it a head voice. It's the falsetto. Some people have got a great sounding one, some people don't. It's how it is. It's like Freddie Mercury was a baritone, but he had a 5-octave range because he could use falsetto so well, and his falsetto sounded natural. Resonance is concerned with volume. No, it's a different thing. No, resonance is sympathetic vibration, okay? And frequency is to do with that. Yeah, they are different. There is a distinction. So all the acoustic panels and stuff in this room are to counteract resonance. That's what I'm fighting against. I don't want resonance in the room because I'm mixing music and stuff. So I want to hear the pure sound. You can't do it with headphones because headphones are not stereo, they're binaural, which means the mid-range phase isn't correct because you don't get one cancelling the other because they're separated over your ears instead of when they're in front of you. A little bit of the left speaker you can hear in your right ear, etc., etc. You can always tell when someone goes, oh, listen to my new mix. And the mid-range is all over the place. It's because they've mixed it with headphones on and not listened to it outside of headphones. That's why it sounds the way it does. Right, let's go for a Doja hunt. Pitch is the frequency, amplitude is the volume, and resonance is the sympathetic sounds of everything else. So you get things pooling, which gives you greater amplitude, but it's not actual volume. Volume is sound pressure, and that's a different thing again. Sound pressure is volume. Yeah, it sounds louder. You perceive it as louder, but in fact, there's no more energy there than was because you can't create energy. But resonance, like you can get a breeze blowing for a long time. You know, you see really big boats. They're not bobbing up and down in the water, but they do sway. And that can be just from a gentle breeze blowing on the mast. And over time, it sets up a resonance. That's why big boats sway and small boats bob. Bass tends to pool in corners very, very well, which is why I have a lot of like bass killers in the corner. I have to in this size room. Yeah, frequency is the pitch. Resonance is sympathetic vibration accompanying the waveform, and amplitude is in fact is a more accurate way to measure volume. Perceived volume, though, however, is different because of resonance. And you have a certain amount of resonant chambers inside your skull, your diaphragm, all over your body, really. No, a choir is louder because they're louder. There's more energy. So they're louder because there's more vibration being produced. So one voice produces X number of dBs of volume and is using X number of energy. But when you've got lots of different voices all together, it's so much louder in the same way multiple speakers are louder because they're shoving more air around. So we hear it as louder. Yeah, in a church you get sympathetic resonance. You also get decay and reverb, so notes appear to last longer when in actual fact you're just hearing the notes bouncing back at a later point in time. That's what delay and... I mean, reverb is basically a form of delay, but it's a sort of cascaded version. Don't forget to turn in the Elite Daily. I won't. The first video I did, I recorded on an SM58, which I used to use for backup vocals in a band, in a living room, and you can tell compared to now where, you know, I got a decent mic pre which has zero kind of noise floor, or near enough. Yeah. Another, yeah, there's a few, but they're quite rare. Real bass, especially in a cappella music, is incredibly rare. There's just not many people that can do it. Not for reals. Tim Frost. Yeah, quite possibly, yeah. For speaking voice, though, yeah, bass and baritone are particularly loved. The actor who used to play Lurch in the original Addams Family did a lot of advert work as well, like radio adverts or TV voiceover, etc. Because people associate a low frequency voice with reassurance and comfort. Yeah, well, it depends if you're measuring source or whether you're measuring from a distance. So, you know, quite like Einstein figured out, you know, if you, depending where you're looking from, will give you a different thing. So in a choir, the person singing individually, their voice hasn't become louder, but it's resonating with the other voices, which is why and there's more air moving because more voices are active, which is why it's louder. Sound is not relativistic. Yeah, of course it is. Sound is different depending on humidity, never mind where you are and what room size you're in and stuff like that. Sound is molecules. No, sound is energy moving through molecules. So imagine Newton's cradle. You've seen a Newton's cradle, 4 balls suspended by 2 bits of string. Doop, 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 doop. That's how waveforms work in a medium. There's no sound in a vacuum. So it's an energy moving through material. Compressed molecules. No, it's the wave energy moving through the molecules. Yeah, sound is relativistic. How loud something is depends how far from the source you are. There you go. That's not what relativistic means, though, Mathematica. The further away you are from something, the quieter it would seem. So, is it as loud as it was when it started? Yes and no. It seems quieter because you are further away from it. And things will sound different depending on the environment you listen to them in. So you can take the same waveform, listen to it in a different environment, it will sound very, very different. Yeah, but light is affected by these things as well, but to a much lesser degree. Yeah, but so does light. Light slows down in the presence of gravity. You can bend light with gravity. You can't use relative... Yes, of course you can. So you got to remember, light is both a particle and a waveform at the same time. Whereas sound is purely a waveform moving through a medium. And yeah, sound is completely different in water than it is in air, and sound is different in low humidity and high humidity. It's a subtle difference, but it's different. Compared to light, sound barely moves, yeah. Depending on what it's moving through. So sound moves a lot faster and further through water than it does through air. Rage Star, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I mean, you get gravitational lensing. That's how we detect supermassive objects, even though we can't see the object itself. Yay, Doja! I spare your life, Somphos. You may live. I don't need you anymore. No, I'm not saying sound and light are the same thing. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. Yes, I know they're different. I do know. I have read Einstein's. I've actually read it. I don't need it quoted at me. I do know. Alberto, 53, subscribe with Prime. Thanks very much for 10 months as well, dude. Thanks so much. Yes, I know that they're different. What I said was, Sound is also relative in the case of the observer because it depends where and how you're listening to it. If I meant it adhered to the same postulates for the speed of light in a vacuum, I would have said that. I didn't because it doesn't. Light is photons. Sound is energy waves moving through a given material. They're quite different. So, yeah. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying there is a relativity to sound in that the state of the observer affects how a thing is perceived. So if you're listening in a car, or you're listening in a huge hall to a loudspeaker, how a thing sounds is very different, and it's different because the environment's different. So what you hear is different, which explains what resonant frequencies, and the medium mean. You know, when you're outside a club, you can't hear any top end, everything's very mid to low end, and it's because the higher frequency energy can't get through the solid material of the walls, but the bass can. The lower frequency actually dissipates its energy more slowly through the same material, which is when you're outside the club, it's like... When you get inside the club, all the high frequency's gone because that energy can't get through the walls as well as the lower frequency can, and that's to do with the actual physical frequency. Like the low E on a bass takes 32 foot of air to complete one oscillation, versus 1K, which is the frequency we tend to hear the best, is going, 100 times in a centimetre or whatever. Light does not depend on the motion of the observer. It absolutely does depend on the motion of the observer. Okay. Reconcile that statement, light, for example, does not depend on the motion of the observer, with the Doppler effect. Reconcile the two facts. You can't, because the first statement, either the first or second statement have to be wrong. Yeah, the speed of light is not constant. It has a maximum, but it's not constant. So you know what the Doppler effect is. You probably learned about the Doppler effect before you learned about more of Einstein, because it was discovered a very long time ago. You can be moving near the speed of light and shine a flashlight forward, light travels outward at the same speed of light. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's it. All good sci-fi goes, yeah, we can't ignore physics. Let's fold space, which we don't know how to do, but if it were possible, that would, be how you do stuff. And the same is true of sound. Sound can't move faster because you're moving. But to a static observer, the pitch will change on a train or a car or anything else, or an ambulance or a squad car, anything with a siren, something as a source of sound moving past you sounds different to the two people inside the vehicle. Nina, 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 Nina. Never experienced that? You never had something go past you with sirens running? Yeah, so the reason photons don't react to matter in the same way is because they have no mass, but they can't penetrate all matter either. They're not neutrinos, which seem to be able to. But we don't really know what neutrinos are, in truth. Anyway, I'm getting another beer. How do we get from sound to physics? But okay. Folding is a nice theory. It is. It is definitely a nice theory. It's the only way we can cross interstellar distances in a human lifetime. Yeah, just because you're moving faster on, let's say you're close to the speed of light on a spaceship, you shine a torch forward, the light coming out of it doesn't go any quicker. Yes, that's absolutely correct. It doesn't move any slower when you shine it in the opposite direction either. However, to a static observer, it's red shifted if it's moving away from them and blue shifted if it's moving towards them. It's a Doppler effect. Now, the thing of relativity with it is perception. So if you're in a room, like we did before, resonant room frequency calc, AMROC. Right, okay, Mathematica, give me the dimensions of the room you're in. Just tell me what they are. You can do it in feet or centimetres, either or. You should check out this site as well. It's incredible. It's so well made. I'll give you the link. There you go. So go on, give me the dimensions. This is how I freaked Mihalik out. Because I'm a musician, or my ears are naturally more perceptive than the median, and I hear things in sound most people don't. So I can hear reverb in a room very, it's like daggers in the eyeballs. It's so obvious to me. versus a lot of people that are sort of not really aware of it. To me, it's like, oh, it's right in my face. So you give me the dimensions of the room you're in, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. How things sound like they're louder in that room due to resonance. This is why this exists. It's about cancelling all these nodal points within a room size and dimensions so that you can work at your acoustic treatment in that room to get a neutral sound. Because you're trying to mix music and the room has a certain resonant frequency, you're going to think, oh, there's too much of this frequency in the mix. And there isn't. It just sounds like it in that room. Oh yeah, I need to speak to the warden again. Yeah, so you type in your room dimensions on that site and then play back what it reports to you. So when it comes up, there's all these different resonant tones in the room given its size and dimensions. So if you had completely bare walls, no carpet, etc., then it's going to resonate like hell. But if you treat it, it doesn't. And it does have a massive effect. The early Van Halen albums, the reverb that people try and find for Eddie Van Halen's guitar is in fact a room with a speaker at one end and microphones at the other blended into the original sound in real time, all analog. That's how they did it. And that's why it's almost completely unique. Except it's been used on millions of other recordings or whatever as well. However, not on a guitar that was played the way he was playing that guitar. You can create something slightly similar with two delays. If you set one at 350 milliseconds on the left and one at 680 milliseconds on the right, and both for like maybe 2 to 3 repeats at a 20 to 30% blend, you'll get something very similar. Now, the Doppler effect also requires that the object be moving and the observer be static. No, I know light doesn't require a medium. We did that like 25 minutes ago. The Doppler effect affects the waveform of the light. It doesn't affect its speed, nor does it affect the speed of something moving through a medium when we're talking about waveforms in sound. The Doppler effect affects both, and light has the properties of a waveform and a particle. It has both. Sound doesn't. It's simply an energy wave moving through a medium. Al-Kubiri, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, drive. NASA guy did a theoretical PhD and found out he could find negative mass. You get in, you Google that, and you'll get every snake oil salesman on the planet saying they can do it. They're the next Nikola Tesla, and Tesla knew this, and don't go down that rabbit hole. Nikola Tesla, I think, to a very high degree, is massively underrated for the work he did. I mean, his pneumatic flow systems for water management were just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Linear flow systems and stuff were just like amazing. That you could think it up and it worked. It just boggles your mind. Yeah, warp engine is moving the object faster than light, effectively. Warp is a factor of light speed. Loosely, well, depends which Star Trek you watch, but because in the first season it's one thing, second season it's another thing, But we are talking about a literal work of fiction, so, convenience drive is what it basically is. Plot convenience drive. Never seen an explanation like that. The site for that resonance, a child on a swing. Yeah. So the child can't go above a certain speed because that would affect the resonance and they start orbiting the swing, which I've done. I lost my two front milk teeth doing that because it ripped the sweet. It had these hooks keeping it in the ground, and I ripped them out of the ground, crashing down with the swing in my face. Yeah, and of course the weight of the child, which would be the density of the medium you're moving through, etc., etc. And because the chains are a certain length, that governs a lot of what the resonance is going to be. And yeah, there's a ton of factors, and they're all things that can be calculated. That's how engineers build things that don't fall over. Like leaving little gaps between pieces of rail track stop the fact that on hot days the overall expansion would find the weak point and rails would go off the track and couldn't be driven on until someone went, well, what if we put a gap every so many feet in it over a mile? That accounts for 50 yards of expansion in the metal, and it worked. And that's why when you're on a train it goes dack-a-da-dack, 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 as 4 wheels pass over that little gap. It's there for a reason, Yeah, getting people's head. I mean, I've got photos of what this room looks like. Give me a second to not do any damage to myself, but still reveal them. They're going to be desktop. I had a folder. Where is it? Yeah, while I was installing all the acoustic treatment, I had homemade acoustic treatment, so I had furnishing foam and stuff like that, which had an effect, but it not like the proper stuff does. Profile inspector, Mars, foam, tidy. No. I had one folder with them in, but I can't remember what the hell the name of the folder is. Was that one? No, that ain't it. Do. You follow it? No, there's diddly in that. I don't know why I made it. New, was it in? Yeah, there we go. So... Oh, yeah. So that's the microphone I use. That's a Rode NT1. Those are my Yamaha studio monitors, and this is the old room. No, I'm not installing that. Can we just scroll through the... That annoys the snot out of me, why it doesn't work the way that everything else does. So that's how it used to look. See, now it does it. No, it doesn't. Oh my God, why can't I left-right through a folder of images? Jesus, Microsoft, you're retarded. So that was my old desk setup. So you can see I've got bits of carpet underlay and furnishings and stuff like that. So on and so forth. Let me open that with... If I open that with Chrome, can I... No, I still can't... Why can't... Old Viewer was so much better, yeah. What was it called? It's not Paint 3D, Photos. So you got a Photos, you can't go next photo and next photo and next photo like a slideshow. It's dog shit. So then I started installing it. Those are the bass traps there. So they're like literally 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. So these are the bass traps. So I started installing them there. Got them up to the ceiling, and then the cubes in the corners where most of the low end starts to accumulate. Then I got most of it done, corners, but obviously still had the problem with the ceiling being reflective. Could see it there. And then I did the ceiling too. Yep. So directly above me. But the problem with it is it's really dark in here. Yeah, there's another shot the same. I'm just trying to get it because it's hard to take a picture of because it's so bloody dark. So that's what I'm editing a video. That's what I'm looking at. There's my mic pre now. See, I replaced it with a DBX 286 mic pre. And the ring light, so I don't look ridiculous on the webcam. So on and so forth. So there you go. Wife, I guess you claim that room. Yeah. We have lots of like extended friends and family and stuff, and they went, there's the three of you in a 3-bedroom. Have you claimed the spare room yet? And I was like, no. And she went, yeah, it's his man cave. Because because when we got the house, it was the 2 girls and us. So 3 bedrooms, yeah, it made sense. You know, me and her, the 2 girls. Girls got older. They moved on, got married, etc. And in between, we had, surprise son in between, who's now 18. So he's got like the second biggest bedroom. It's like not even centimetres smaller than the one we're in. And the 3rd bedroom became a dumping ground for like, we just got filled with, boxes of crap. I'll just dump this crap in here, I guess. It became that room, and then I cleared the whole thing out and put my PC in it, and it turned into a studio, and yeah. Dental implants work well. What? Random statement. Oh no, it was my milk teeth that got knocked out. Your first teeth, not second teeth. If I'd have knocked those out, I'd still be unable to pronounce S's. Because I couldn't, all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. No, you know, the first set of teeth you get, your milk teeth, they call them, don't they? So we had one of these 1970s garden swings, and you were securing it to the ground with essentially the same thing you secure a tent to the ground with. And dunk, 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 dunk. No, I didn't need implants because my grown-up teeth grew. I'm so glad that they did. But yeah, they just grew in. My parents were like, it's all right, you got another set of teeth coming. They came in. Otherwise, I couldn't say she sells seashells on the seashore because I couldn't bloody pronounce an S. No, they grew. Well, they didn't grow back. The big teeth grew. But yeah, no, it knocked out 2 of my front teeth. I can remember that. I've seen pictures of myself at that age. And yeah, they... I'm like grinning and there's just this big gap in the middle. But a lot of people get that, you know, because you go through that age and it can vary. It's usually between 7 and 8 years old. All your milk teeth are dropping out. So you can end up with some gaps before your real, you know, your adult teeth grow in, you know. So, and if you retained your milk teeth in an adult's size skull and face, there's a condition for that actually. The guy on one of the actors on oh God, what's it called? Yeah, Stranger Things actually has it. It's a medical condition where you just have your milk teeth, your big teeth with roots and size and strength never come in. You know, and it's a complex thing to get right and fix. Poor guy, but it just looks strange to everybody. It looks like your tongue is 10 times too big for your mouth because your teeth are like, instead of being like, I don't know, a centimetre squared for a front tooth that you can normally see, the rest is all in the gum and your skull. It's like half that size, so it just looks odd, you know. Yeah, what age do you get second teeth? I can't remember. It's before you're a teenager, I know that. Milk teeth, adult teeth, yeah. Yeah, so your temporary set is like that, and your adult set is like that, yeah. So it knocked out the 2 milk teeth here, but you're born and they're like in your jaw. It's really weird, but they're in your jaw before they grow through. But if you never grow the big teeth, these teeth on a jawline that big just looks bizarre. There is a name for the condition. No, I didn't need implants. Big teeth grew. At one point as a kid, I thought, if I, people would get a wobbly tooth, but it's barely, there's no root to your milk teeth. They're just sort of sat on your gums. Your big teeth grow in and just push them off, you know. Normally, it doesn't happen for everyone. Apparently, there is a condition. Let me just have a look. Let's have a look. What? No, go back. Right. Stranger Things. Milk teeth. Adult teeth. Let's see if that pulls it up. Yeah. There we go. Stranger Things. Gaten Materiazo talks about is, oh my God. Yeah, there we go. That's the name of the condition. Let's search just that. I don't want to. Yeah, it's a rare genetic condition which affects teeth and bones such as skull, face, spine, cheekbones, legs. The bones in people with CCD might be formed differently or more fragile than normal and certain. Yeah, it's not just the teeth that are affected. It's a debilitating sort of a thing. But that's why he still got his milk teeth in the show when really he should have his big teeth at that point. Let me ask my personal dentist who's sailing with me right now. 6 to 12. Yeah, it varies on the individual. Of course it does. You know, human beings, we're all based on the same basic pattern, but, you know, gene expression is a thing. Are you sure he's not just inbred? No, it's a medical condition. Otherwise it would say, yeah, my teeth are because I'm inbred. I wash myself with a stick. I'm quite sure he's not inbred. Unless he says he is. But I don't think so. I'm quite sure he just has that medical condition. That's all it is. He even talks about it in the show. Who keeps spamming a video? What's your video? YouTube. Okay, dude, you're spamming it. So I'm gonna have a look. Tara Skew. Okay. Please don't have put someone else's music on it. What's this got to do with Tara? Guy in an acoustic, playing passionately. No More Trouble featuring Bono, Playing for Change. Around. What has this got to do with... I mean, great stuff. Yeah, Bono, reggae band, good. Okay, dude. All right. I'm not sure what that was about. No, well, never ask a musician to listen to your music because they're just going to judge it at that music. It's hard for me to stop being a musician in order to just listen to music. Yeah, and YouTube, like 4 seconds of a copyrighted song owned by especially Sony, WMG Group, bang, they'll claim your entire 4-hour stream because there's 4 seconds of that song on. Like we did a memorial stream for an ARC who was, you know, a veteran, an ex-service member, you know, thank you for your service, etc. And they, you know, they had finally fallen, and we were there. We had some of their family were there, and we were paying our respects to them. And they said, "Oh, could you play, you know, this? We're playing this bit of song, and GPS could do it. That's GSP rather, because they've got a license to play licensed music on their particular platform." And someone said, listen to what they're playing now. And I put it on. It was a Queen song from the Highlander movie, the original one, the good one, Who Wants to Live Forever. And I played 4 seconds of it. And Sony MWG claimed the entire 4-hour stream for that. So I had to snip it out, which was like heartbreaking to do. But, you know. This is how it is now, you know. Yes, I am, you know, because it's copyright law that's broken because it's there to protect the owner of that song. Are you telling me you think it's reasonable to assume that 4 seconds of a Queen song in a 4-hour medium is stopping people from buying the original in some way? Because I can't see how you can argue that is the case, which is what the copyright law is supposed to enforce. Yeah, fair use, educational. Yeah, because there are people that listen, like there's classical composers who people say, please listen to this, because you won't have heard it because you're not in that world. And quite often they go, no, I have heard it. You know, I do have a life. I have a radio in my car and yada, yada, yada. So, yes, I've heard it, but I've never analysed it. And they sit and they analyse it. There's a great guy that does it. He's really worth listening to. This was the video. Somehow it found me. Yeah, this guy. Sorry, Doug, you're on mute, but, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to post that in Twitch, and I'm going to post it in... Yeah, so that's someone that writes music for an orchestra. So all those instruments you see in a modern European classical orchestra, he writes the music for that. And that's a lot of lines of different notes and phrases interacting with each other. It's quite a complex job, and you've got to have a talent to be able to do it at all. And this is him listening to Dragon Ball, which in fact was composed by a classical composer. You know, so yeah, it like he listens to a ton of stuff, and it's just really interesting to hear that composer's point of view on stuff, because when you share music with your peers and your friends and family and stuff, you're like, oh, this song is this, you know, and it makes me feel this, and that's fine. That's the immediate cathartic, visceral impact of music, and that's what every musician wants you to feel. But it's quite interesting to hear someone on my side of the page who kind of, yeah, we do the, you know, the emotive, cathartic response to it, but also can't stop ourselves from starting to notate it in our minds and realise how clever some of it is in that sense as well, you know. Sounds like a Soviet Union music. What, Skyrim? Skyrim doesn't sound like that. It sounds like pick up your sword and let's go to battle. That's what Skyrim sounds like. My God, let's kill a dragon. That's Skyrim. I'm getting another beer. No, I put the memorial over to YouTube as well. Hang on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's the Ark playfield. Oh, come on, that's not it. Okay, wait there. Ogmar, there you go. Do you want the link for it? There it is. So that was the I can put my own stuff on here, you know. So There's a bunch of timestamps as well, like a lot. I mean, if you look at the bar here, I was like, oh, what shall I wear? And this, you can see me there. Like I put on a shirt and tie for it in real life as well. And all the arcs actually turned up for the memorial. And it was quite a somber tone in the beginning. Play a bit now. Effect. That's pretty impressive, I have to say. It goes on, and you know, Vichen. There's a lot going on. Denote, because we had charity donations as well. True life of service, absolutely. I'm like Johnny Cash. I may not always support the war, but I always support the warrior. So there's like 4 hours of it, and anyway, 4 seconds of it had Who Wants to Live Forever in it. And yeah, Sony SWGM something copyrighted the entire 4-hour bloody stream. It was amazing as well. We ended up filling, I mean, not just the ARC event. I had 2 characters logged in at the time, one here and one in ICC. And the one in ICC was just like Skycam. No, Twitch is a lot looser. Twitch is way more easy going on it. YouTube is ardently locked in on an algorithm. So I was up in a Yalm here, like about maybe here, zoomed in, first person like that. And a huge crowd of players, and they all turned up wearing white, like ARC wearing at the memorial service itself. Hundreds of players there, hundreds. I'm not making it up. It was hundreds of players, just to pay respects and say thank you. You know, if I told you Google was Uncle Sam, would you believe it? No. All American tech companies are the one. You think Google is American? Bing is American. Google is a multinational. Multiple nations. They have offices in the US, they have offices in Ireland, they have offices all over the world. They are their own entity. It's all America, but it's a secret. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, who owns Google then? Let's Google foo. Okay. Who owns Google? Alphabet own Google. Who are Alphabet? Who is the CEO? Inside career-wise, Sundar Pichai, the Google CEO, paid hundreds of millions of dollars to pave the way first. AI, oh yeah, it's all AI now, isn't it? He's the CEO is not the owner. The shareholders own it. And the shareholders are all over the world. Yeah, he's the CEO, Chief Executive Officer. That's what CEO actually stands for. They're owned by a company called Alphabet. Who's Alphabet? Alphabet are in California. Predecessor was Google Inc. So they were bought out by Alphabet. They've got an operating revenue of most countries' GDP. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, Google's, they're incredibly massive now. They've just, a monopoly. They kind of are. I mean, who the hell searches with Bing, right? Just like Musk. No, Musk is a moron. He's a moron born into wealth that's been lucky. The way he operates, he goes all in on something until it works because he can afford to do that. He portrays this thing of, I'm a Tony Stark guy. He doesn't make the rockets. He's just bought shares in the company, took a majority control of it, and puts himself at the front of it and takes credit for it. It's what he's done with every company he's bought. He doesn't make the cars for Tesla. The engineers do. He hasn't got a clue how they work. He's one of them negative billionaires. Oh, yeah, because there's all these, billionaires that are kind-hearted and love people. He's not invented anything, but he tries to portray this... before he bought Twitter and his divorce, people genuinely thought he was kind of like a bit of a Tony Stark thing, who is an entirely fictional character, by the way. And people kind of believed, he's a billionaire genius. And then he bought Twitter, and so much changed so quickly because we realised who he really is, how he actually operates, and how stupid he actually is. Stark is real. I wish he was. I had someone said, I said, well, who does do all the thing, for these various companies? And they were like, okay, these two guys started Tesla and do all the technical and design work and marketing. And you realise very quickly, Elon Musk just born with a golden spoon, never mind a silver spoon in his mouth, born with a golden spoon in his mouth from his emerald mining family from apartheid era South Africa. Yeah. It took us still on the air. I thought he'd got his arse sued and sacked off Fox. I mean, how bad have you got to be before Murdoch's media sacks you? You've got to be pretty bad. Murdoch sold Fox, did he? Who owns Fox? Yeah. Oh, but he's still the chairman. As is one of his kids. No, I'm sorry, your friends are very, very dead. No, Murdoch is this Australian guy who owns something like 75 to 80% of all, old school media, so the newspapers and stuff like that. Rupert Murdoch is chair. Oh my God, yeah, he's basically the king of the company. If you want to know what the word means, okay, let's Google the word. Emeritus Former holder of office, especially university professor, having retired but been allowed to retain the title as an honour. Yeah, right. He started in the US as a welder. He's one of the most malignant fucking shitheads on the planet, Murdoch. Whip out the Epstein Black Book. Yeah, release those documents. Yeah, so Elon's family had an emerald mine in apartheid-era South Africa. I mean, don't forget who Elon really is. Elon before the hair transplant and surgery. There he is. This doesn't get better on its own. I'm not a doctor, but I don't need to be. This is who he is, guys. He's fake. He's got a round face and round jaw. He's had jaw surgery and a hair transplant. People are pointing out where the scars are. Same guy. Same guy. Sure, that's your real hair. I disagree with the idea of unions. Yeah. Fuck off. You've had a hair transplant, or that's a wig, or both. Who knows? But his jawline as well has been altered. The back of his jaw's been lowered to give him a squarer jaw, kind of an impression of a squarer jaw than he actually has. Yeah, there's a YouTube video. There's probably by some guy who does that. It's like, that's not how natural hair works. Yeah, he's fake. He's completely fake. You know, and the apartheid era emerald mine, yeah, don't think they were paying the people working there, doing the dirty work all that much. That's why he doesn't like unions. What? Do we have to pay the slaves? What are you talking about? They're indentured to us. We give them food and shelter. What more do they want? Freedom? Who are they? That's how he operates. He's scumbag, man. Absolute scumbag. Imagine doing surgery on it. No, I'm not going to wish physical harm on someone. That's not the way to go. No, he's going to end up having to sell his Tesla stock to keep Twitter afloat, save embarrassment. Then he's going to have to sell his SpaceX stock to keep it afloat, because advertisers don't want to be there, because he's promoting right-wing nut jobs on his bloody website. So of course they don't want their ads being put on there. I mean, you go on Twitter now and it's like every second post is Boris 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Hey, I'm a black American, blah blah blah, and it's like, why are you posting from Pakistan then? Liberal England. Liberal? We've got a king, mate. Hardly call us liberal. So, yeah, whatever. We've got a royal family. That kind of rules out that, you know. Yeah, he's a woke king. Yeah, fox hunting, totally woke. What is woke? When anybody says it, it's something. It just sounds like a sociopath trying to justify or deride any notion of empathy for another human being, and I don't quite get that as a negative. He said he had the blood of Mohammed. Who did? King Charles? I don't think he did. Speaking as a British person, I think we would remember that. Yes, he did. Okay. Give me a source then. My God. Pull up the clip. Oh, you've got a clip. Okay. Five things Prince Charles said about Islam and Muslims. Never mind the AI, because it's broken. Is Prince Charles related to Mohammed? There is no official, authoritative, well-sourced finding. No, and there never will be. Is Prince Charles a descendant of Count Dracula? The real-life Count Dracula, fictional character who was based on Vlad types, is actually related to King Charles III. They're lizard people. Oh, my God. So he no official evidence is related to the Prophet Muhammad, but he has shown an interest in Islam and has spoken about it on several yeah. Okay, yeah. Have you ever seen a movie called The Commitments? Have you ever seen a movie called The Commitments and they're watching a clip of James Brown and he's got a cape and he's on one knee? He's going to come back on. He's kneecapped himself. He's not. No, it's all show business. And the singer turns and goes, are we not a bit wait to be doing this? Oh, God. But they were speaking as in culturally white, you know, Western Catholic Christian denomination of your choice kind of white, you know. I think a speech where he's trying to be inclusive with a small percentage of the population of the UK following riots instigated by right-wing nutter racist gobshites may have had him saying, I feel more similarity with your prophet than I do with them. Doesn't mean he thinks he's related to a religious figure. That's a bit of a stretch. Mathematica, no, it's cool, dude. It's totally cool. Don't worry about it. There's no bad feeling, no bad blood, my friend. Never will be. Discourse is discourse. It's discussion. It's an exchange of ideas, thoughts, perceptions, and knowledge. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't worry about it. My first encounter with an ARC event was up here on this hill, by this bit of road, where I got nailed to the ground by a certain ARC who will remain nameless, as they appeared as a big alien boss. Yeah, well, we're all related, as in, mitochondrial DNA to the first Eve, the first proto-human. But, beyond that, not so much. Yeah, well, most religious figures, their actual physical bloodline, etc., is a bit obscure because a lot of them never really existed and they were invented after the fact, and, that's a problem. For science, it's not a problem for belief because belief doesn't require proof, Yeah, he's. I can tell you who he's related to, and that is the German royal family. As in, we've got the receipts. Who gave birth to whose children are whose, etc., etc. Yeah, the European monarchy is a lot of them are interrelated. I have hit an invisible wall. I can't go any further than here. Why? Why can I not go to the Mask of Comedy to the east? Some nefarious force is stopping me. Yeah, Prince Charles's father, Prince Philip, was the cousin of the Queen. Cousins shouldn't marry. And what we did notice as well was that after Charles and that generation were born, so Charles, Andrew... Oh, and Andrew. No one's ever heard of him since. They suddenly had a blonde princess and a ginger-haired princess from the Nordic lines. I think they were a bit worried about, I think maybe the blood, maybe a little bit compromised. There we go. We're at the face of comedy. And it is a face. Yeah, which family got Grace Kelly? One of the most beautiful women who ever lived. And she does have the most beautiful eyes. She married, who was it? Yeah, Ranier III, Prince of Monaco. She married him. Wasn't her daughter called Stephanie or something? Yeah. So they improved their gene pool by 1,000-fold with her. I'm sorry, but they did. They called you about warranty again. I think you want to have a look at your number transparency. I don't get that many calls. I mean, ads on social media and stuff, yeah, sure, but otherwise, yeah, not so much. I mean, is that an Asian statue? What? What are you talking about? Asian. It's on the fictional planet Rubicar. I don't know. I would say not Asian, given the nose structure and the bridge route, etc. Are atypical for East Asian. When people say we're the same under the skin, well, yes and no. You know, we're not. The bone structure's a little different, and there's a lot of other bits and pieces, but psychologically, we're more similar than dissimilar. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting a beer. Never gonna know how many royal people came from cheating. Oh, most of them. 2 or 4. That's what I'm saying. There was, oh God, if you study the British monarchy, you'll just be like jaw on the floor. In fact, most European monarchies, in fact, they're just ridiculous. They really are. How many illegitimate royal people? Oh, probably thousands and thousands of them by now. Yeah, I didn't feel that the features of that face were at all East Asian at all, if that's what you mean. They look quite European-esque. Because there are different bone structures and such, which is why different faces look different. You know, it's to do with the bone structure and everything else. Like most Asians, the nose ridge is much less pronounced than it is in black. Or white, or pretty much everybody else. They seem to have the lowest kind of protuberance of bone there. You know, I mean, we're talking millimeters of difference, however, it is a little less. It's a public line anyhow. All right. It's probably why you get so many calls if people can find it. Yeah, I think that most of the UK is just waiting for Charles to pop his clogs so we can have, Prince William. Honest to God, I think that's the thing. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I don't get the calls. I get the ads on social media, but I don't get the calls. Yeah. Well, you're not missing anything on social media. This is. Remember how Twitter was quite balanced and whatever. Oh, someone liked me. Nowadays, it's like this: advert. Someone I follow, not sure what they're on about. Advert, because I don't follow them. But it's got Stephen Fry in it, who I do follow. And then hundreds of political ads from either side. Adverts for shoes. I get a lot of ads for shoes. Yeah, JD Vance. God, he's a creep. Would this work against bigger cats? I don't know what it is you did. Classic cinema. Advert. Dildo baggins. I don't know who this is, but it's Monty Python and I follow Monty Python. Maybe that's why it's in the feed. Oh, this doofus. Was it? Oh, yeah, it's Fox, yeah. Yeah, it's just tons of, like, political bullshit. Yeah, secret footage, if it's real, who knows. Probably is. Oh my God, is that all the people he can get? That's bad. Have I got news for you? This is a good show if you ever watch it. Just claim that he's gonna win in Colorado. This guy's demented. And there's a massive difference between how he sounded in 2016 and how he sounds now. In 2016, he almost sounded plausible. Now he just sounds like, take the car keys off Grandpa. Let's get him back to the home. That's how he sounds now. Ramble, personal grievance for fucking 2 hours. Jesus. Yeah, so this is Twitter now. It's dog shit. There's like a couple of good bits maybe here and there, but like 99% of it is like memes, bad memes. Fucking cokehead. Yeah, it's like 99% dog shit at the moment. So yeah. You're missing nothing. It used to be quite good, Twitter. It used to be quite funny. But these days, it's just advertising, political leverage, etc., etc., etc. It's just getting annoying. And you click on the username, it's John Sawyer, and then you like hover your mouse over the username, Boris 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah. I check IP. Oh, you're posting from Pakistan. Okay. you're missing nothing. You're really not. I just come for the memes and the odd funny video clip or something. And all social media's kind of gone the same way. It's just ad after clickbait after ad after more clickbait after ad. It's god awful. And the amount of disinformation on there is ridiculous. There's a guy, and he was going, "Oh, these nanotubes form in your body. Nanotubes form in your body after you've had the vaccine." Oh my God, we're back here again. And then he puts up an 800 times magnification picture of saline with the naturally forming crystals you would see from tears or medical saline under a microscope, saying nanotubes. I'm like, they're saline crystals, you know, the yellow shit you pick out of your eyes when you wake up. They just rely on so much ignorance. It's just comical. Like, any educated person would look at that and go, I had a microscope as a kid, or I used one in a classroom, and that's not what this is. You know. That's the natural formation of crystals in a salt liquid, like saline. And it's just disinformation. The vaccine doesn't live on in your system after you've had a vaccine. The entire point of a vaccine is to teach your immune system how to eradicate it. By eradicate, it destroys it utterly and there's nothing of it left. That's what your immune system does. A vaccine is dressed as a potential threat, i.e. polio, smallpox, COVID, whatever whatever. And it teaches your body how to fight it. That's it. That's all a vaccine is. It's not the disease itself. It's not a robot. It's not the Borg. It thrives on ignorance. It's disgusting. How do you have a public line on a boat? Is it like a cruise ship or something? So the number shows up on in phone books or whatever? I don't quite get that. Yeah, most of this stuff. I mean, I used to love on Twitter, if you went down the rabbit hole of it, was the fluff about and find out videos. And there'd be like some Karen kicking off somewhere and meeting with reality at the other end. That was always kind of quite funny. How much of it is now staged by amateur actors? Difficult to say, but yeah. And some of these people, they screw up, you know? So they have a main account with their real name and everything, and then they'll create a new account to reply to their post to drive engagement and money. So they'll go, oh my God, XYZ, black is white, whatever. And then they'll respond to it with their mule account. It's called artificial engagement driving. You can get banned off YouTube for doing it if you get caught. You don't get banned off Twitch though, and you don't get banned off Twitter for it. And you probably don't get banned off Facebook for it, but yeah, YouTube, you will get banned for it. So they'll post something and then someone will respond going, I'm the demographic you mentioned and I agree with you. And sometimes they forget to log into the alt account and they post the message on their main account. And it's like so obvious. It's painfully bad. What's his name? Yaxley Lennon. Guy pretends his real name is Tommy Robertson, but it's not, and it never has been. He's never changed it via deed poll or any other legal process, but changed it publicly because that name was associated with the mortgage fraud he'd engaged in and been convicted for. Posting support for him, and it was actually him pretending to be a supporter, going, give me more money. And they were going, yeah, we're going to give you money because we believe in you, Tommy. Obviously deleted the post immediately after doing it, but the internet's forever, and someone screenshotted it. You know, so just comically bad. Let's do a Shadowlands run. That's what I feel like doing. If we can remember how to get from Elysium to Pandemonium. Right, we can do it. I think we can do it in 30 minutes-ish. So we're going to try. I've jumped to Inferno, but obviously I'm going to head back to Nascence and see if we can't do the run. Right. Let's just jump off and start in Job. That's the fairest way. Oh, actually, yeah, if we jump off in Job, we just wind up on the bridge. So, a run from here to Pandemonium, how long do you think it's going to take? Don't know. We're going to try. I missed the alien raids down here. My God, they were funny. Agent always makes you feel like you're moving faster than you are. Ground effect. That's why sports cars are low to the ground. Yes, being lower to the ground is more stable, but also makes it feel like it's faster. I got to try and remember the way, the lobby areas, and I probably won't. I can think of faster characters to do this on, i.e. ones with more run speed, but that's what we're going to try and do. So we're going to make it from where we are to Ergo, who is like round the houses without using speed travel, i.e. gates and whatnot. Can we go this way? Zoom out another one. Yeah, I think we can actually. Excuse me. Okay, there's a pathway here. Then we want to go around here. Yeah, almost directly south. Zinzig, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you, my friend? Okay, there should be another pathway coming up. I don't have the map for this place, as you can see. No, there it is. Doing well, just got in. Went to see a startup comedy show. Oh, that's cool. Other than that, nothing much. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, though. I mean, you could see something unique and original there. And in 10 years going, yeah, I saw them at a startup comedy club and now they're like a megastar. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Robin Williams, all these people, they all start out like that, you know? Yeah, I know what stand-up is. I knew you meant stand-up. It's pretty funny. Yeah, they usually are. Because you're seeing fresh opinions and talent at a stand-up show. Where am I going? Oh, God. Zoom out. No, I don't want to go. No, I want to get to this island. How the hell do I get there? Ah, there is a little XY kind of thing to it. Oh no, I'm running back that way. I want to go over here towards this one. How am I doing that? Oh my God, I'm not even sure. There's got to be... No, you can run it. You can run it. I'm sure you can run the whole damn deal. I feel like... Yeah, it could be that way. Which means we've wasted a ton of time going that way. I swear I'll spend more time getting out of Nascence than I will anywhere else. It's just the way it's designed is like horrible. It's like it's designed to make you suffer. Okay, there's a Yutto. That rings a bell. Yeah, that definitely rings a bell doing this the first time. Yeah, this feels right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is it. This is the one. Looks back at the old entrance for Shadowlands characters. Shade and Keeper had to start there back in the day. Yeah, we're on the way. We're on the way. We go up through here, go straight through because we've already got the +10 ring. So we don't need to do any quest or anything. This is just how quick can you actually run it. Provided you don't get lost in nascence on several occasions like I did. Kind of curious. From nascence onwards, it's pretty easy, I would say. But let's see how we do. Go through here, we get the ergo music. Oh, we don't. There we go, we didn't. But I remember doing this in the Shadowlands beta and being like, oh, wow. The hell is this? And so on and so forth. Right. Yeah, everybody landed here. We didn't come down the Job platforms. We landed here. Job platforms didn't exist. You had to do it this way. Good place for farming Lobie spirits if you got an NT, by the way. That's the way I did it. Whoa, I think we're going the wrong way there. Need to be heading north. If you're doing a progression run, it's always north. What the hell? So it was a straight path north. Oh yeah, there you go. How long do you think it's going to take now, folks? I reckon I'll finish this beer before we get there. That's what I think. Two or three beers. I could do it in one beer. I reckon I could run it in one beer. We're measuring scientific measurement a beer. Depending on how long this zone takes. It's alive! Felt like it might have died at that point, but no, we're okay. There is a, like, agent cloak that drops in this area from named mobs. But I can't remember the name of the mobs you've got to kill for it. It doesn't look like anything special, except at lower levels, and then it kind of looks cool. And it is kind of quite worth wearing at that level. I'm buggered if I can remember who drops it. I'm going to have to stop for another beer after we hit Sheol, I think. The Palisi? It could be, yeah, it could be. I can't remember. It's one of the... They're always there NPCs that you can kill. I might go back and reinvestigate that at some point. Yeah, this is the other area you can farm the Heartland Preds. People seem to be fixated on one area and there's like more than one. Right, through there. Let's have a quick look. I think we go that way. It zones us again, and we don't want that. We want to carry on heading north. Can't remember this bit. I think this is it. More what I'm seeing as I'm running than what the map is telling me. Yeah, everyone skips the level and it's like, no, don't. It's actually pretty good and you shouldn't, and, you know. But no, everyone's like, no, I've out-leveled that area in, I don't know, the subway or somewhere. And there's a ton of Yo missions here as well that are like extraordinarily good XP at a certain level. People don't though, do they? They power level here, there and everywhere and then just like ignore the rest of the game. And I get it, you want to get to where you're going and yada yada, but you know, there's a ton of great content here, and maybe if we didn't all ignore it, you know. It's not that way. I don't think, no. Causating minks. No, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. This just doesn't look like the run I'm thinking I should be making. No. It's over here. I'm not sure why she's all the way there. Yeah, no, I know where I am now. I know what, you know, when you kind of like, I know where we are in the car when you're lost. Yeah, it's one of them moments. You see a building you recognize or whatever. So, home free now. The rest of this, I kind of know. I know quite well. because I ran so many people through it. Right, before we carry on, I am getting another beer. Stop the clock! Getting a beer doesn't count to the overall time. No, it doesn't. Yeah, here we go. Right, so we still have a fair ways to go because we've got to run to Pandemonium. Here we go. I can probably do this without touching the map, if I'm honest. Holbear redeemed on-screen collaboration. Celebration, rather. Yes, yes indeed. Mo beer. Getting stuck on the rocks there. The trick is follow the path near the Yottos. When Shadowlands had fall damage, everybody died. Because if you stepped off the bloody path in Inferno anywhere, then you fell back to Rubicon. It was ridiculous. That's why they got rid of fall damage. Because we had it as a constant before that. I may not realise this. Even jumping off buildings, etc., would hurt your health, even as a level 200 or whatever. And they got rid of it. I think largely because of how broken Shadowlands was. They just went, you know what? We'll just switch off fall damage. I remember the days and weeks where if you used Newland Grid as an exit, you spawned the skybox, fell back to the ground and pretty much just died instantly if you weren't level 200, and nobody was level 200. I can remember that being a thing. How'd you die? Went to Newland. It was a bloody meme within the game. It really was. And they just went, you know what? The easy way to fix this is turn off fall damage altogether. So they did. That was it. That was the end of fall damage. It used to be part of the game. Pre-Shadowlands, it was very much... People would suicide by jumping off high buildings. I'm not going to terminate. I'm going to just jump off this skyscraper here so I can die, but, you know, respawn in front of the reclaim somewhere. Yada, yada, yada. Preserve my PvP score or whatever the hell they were trying to do. Okay, we're going to Lower Sheol. Here we go. Oh, fluff. No, we're not. I jumped through the portal. I may have jumped too high. Oh my god. This used to happen a lot back in the day. And when you landed on the ground, you died. I haven't got the Sheol key. What the hell am I going to do? Yeah, and if you died and lost XP, it was gone. There was no, oh, yeah, you can get that back. No, it's gone. Oh, my God. Okay, we go back to Nascence. I can't run all the way through Elysium again. That's ridiculous. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think, okay. Okay. I think there might be 2 or 3 beers. Right, we're going to Adonis. We're going to go to City South. Which is where we were trying to get to. And run back until we catch up with where the hell it was we fell off. So I've got to run back to where that portal was that I was trying to get through. This is just ridiculous now. Oh, we got the ergo music. Diddling. I love that little flourish. It's nice. Right, let's try. Try. So we go back to the portal we fell outside of somehow. And then we continue our run from there. That's when the clock restarts, I believe. Me. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Excuse me. Okay. So, I will edit this out, you know, and then just pretend it never happened. Okay. Lower Sheol. Now we've caught up. Here we are. This is where I should have landed. Apart from lag. But okay. Under the ball sack thing. If your ball sack ever looks like that and makes those noises, seek medical advice. Right, on we go. In fact, if your ball sack makes those noises at any time, seek medical advice. Or possibly the CIA, you know. Oh yeah, it kind of is hard for lobies. The spirits are a nightmare. But there are ways around it. If you know the... You know, where the scoop and the tube are, then it becomes easier, but only because of foreknowledge, which is not the same thing as being a noob. So what I'm talking about is if you run in here, you're like, I need to talk to Ergo. Ignore him. Run all the way along. Get all the way to the thing. The porthole. Run behind it. A bunch of mobs will follow. Then duck here. Go up the tube. Run to the end of it. And just pray they don't follow you. And then from here, you get Ergo. Start the conversation, run away from the mobs again. Like this, leave the window open. Back through the tube. Like so. Yeah, it's reset. Sometimes it does. Yeah, and then restart the conversation from there. Anyway, we don't need to talk to Ergo. We did it before. So, ring. Over the tiny bridge. And we wait for the game to catch up. Come on. It's having a thought. There you go. Eventually it figured it out. Straight through. We've got the ring of ultimate Shadowlands protection. No more swapping out gear. Okay, I lagged there. That's why I failed the jump. Totally wasn't me. Now, the straight line approach puts you in water, which shouldn't be a problem, except that even though they've said, no, movement speed is the only thing that affects how quickly you move, it ain't. When your character animation is swimming, it is slower than when it's not swimming. Going off in a straight line is not as quick as taking a detour over land. I've got no idea why that's the case. They said, oh, we've got rid of the swim skill, which is fine, but they didn't. Because you are still absolutely slower when you're swimming. Excuse me. Could I just jump over the fucking thing in front of me? Oh my god, I'm getting shoved out. Oh, here we go. This is going to send me back to Rubicar, isn't it? Yeah, you do, no matter what they tell you, you move slower over water than you do when you're running on land. Despite the, oh, there's no more swim speed penalty, we've removed it. You absolutely do not move as quickly. Look at it. This is like walking. We are absolutely not moving as quickly. No matter what Funcom tell us, the last time that was true was when Parrot affected swim speed for 3,000 or whatever the hell it was. Oh no, you move, no, we've done it. You see, you go to this and go disable legacy that you can't put into, except from trickle down. You do not move as quickly in water as you do on land. You just do not. There's no argument. You could easily shave off 5 minutes by not landing in the water until you absolutely have to. Which isn't a good kind of thing, but there we are. Why am I going this way? I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. No, it's still making me go this way. I am pushing forward. My God, this game some days. Couldn't reset the map. Yeah, I do remember that. The fact we have to use the number keyboard to make this work is redonkulous. But we do. There is a petition which is for Funcom to give over Anarchy Online to the player base. I've signed the petition, but they're not going to do it. You know it, I know it, we all know it. They're not going to do it. They can't do it. But I'm still signing the petition because it's the right thing to do. the problem is who in the player base are you giving it over to at the end of the day? You know, it's one thing to be lorded over by an impartial company. It's another thing to have players making the decision, because are all their decisions entirely unbiased? I'm not sure. Must be someone who understands AO, though. Well, it probably is, but they probably don't work for Funcom anymore. I mean, you got to remember the timeline here, guys. 20 plus years of the game. Coders from 20 years ago are in completely different jobs, working on entirely different projects, and they're like, oh, I remember AO. Can you remember how to fix it? No. You know, come on. If you suddenly had to navigate Windows XP, you'd be like 100 times every minute. You know, we all would. We'd all be like, I think this is how it works. But we wouldn't be entirely sure. Windows 3.11, yep. God, my first PC didn't have a mouse. You had to do everything with the keyboard, and I still remember the shortcut commands and whatever. And I still use them, but I'm pretty damn sure if you brought a modern coder into this, they'd be looking at it like, what the fluff is this code? You know, it would be nonsensical to them. They would be like, what the hell? How the hell does it even run? Right, you know my usual when we come here. So we go light. There we go. And we turn off the global light. And we turn on the shaders. Yes, we do. Or maybe not that one. It just looks so much better. Old MMO have ridiculous tech debt and many spaghetti code fixes just to hit deadlines. Yeah, absolutely. And AO is definitely one of those games. It's funny, you know, we went through the differences between the old game and the new game, you know, the newer game or the current game, I guess. Oh my god, it was hysterically different. Help this guy out. I don't know why he's killing that. It won't drop a doja, dude. Because that is a frozen rafter. You need a frosty. Trying to save you 1,000,000 years. Frozen rafters don't drop dojas, only frosties do. It just took me so long to type the bloody thing. That's my problem, you see. I have my keyboard set up for playing, when I'm playing, and it's not where I would position it for typing. It'd be quite different. Yeah, it's pretty much a straight run from here. Excuse me. We are taking a break at the the Inferno portal. So I can go and get another beer. Which is not a good reason, but I'm sticking with it. Right, I'll be back. Right, I am back, and we are going to continue. I am having a Duff beer. So for the Twitch chat, it's American Week at the local supermarket. Dino is back. Oh, yeah, it tasted of... well, the closest thing I can approximate it to is... I don't know, Cronenberg, maybe? Right, here we go. And I do have a map nano for this place, and I really want it. I hate not having the map, but there we go. Got through all these other levels, play areas in Shadowlands, and here we are. It's just when people say to me, oh, Shadowlands, it's tiny, it's not a real expansion. I'm like, have you fucking run through it then? Just because you can shortcut your way through it doesn't mean it's small. It means you bypassed it and therefore think it's small. It's not small, it's massive. Honest to goodness. Yeah, they probably think it's just pandemonium and some Inferno missions. It's a massive expansion of area, NPCs, quests, yada yada yada. The whole 9 yards. You know, there's so much going on. Job, yeah. Job and Pand. What else is there? Yeah, well, quite a bit actually. And we've just run through it. Okay, here we go. So we got to go to the jump off point and then think about what the quickest way through is gonna be. I've got a fair idea. Look at him drinking beer with one hand while balancing on the ledge. Yeah, I know. Too cool for school. That's me. Although while I was in school, I absolutely wasn't. So right, we're going to do a bit of a diagonal from here. Because I know where the zone borders line up. Even if it means a bit of a swim. Hot water at least. Yeah, there should be steam and whatnot coming off it, but there never is. Hey, dude. Sorry I killed you in an earlier point, but there you go. Where the hell is it? I think I'm gonna... this is where I'm gonna fluff up, not remembering where the jump is. That ain't it. This is it. You see, I can't yeet it through Lord of the Void and things like that. No, 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 no. No. This ain't it. Nah. It is somewhere in the middle of their nightmare. Yeah, here we go. No, that's not it either. Oh God, where is it? Oh, fluffed up again. All right, we're going to swim in lava. Because we have to, otherwise can't get to where we're going. Come on, come on, come on, let me out. There we go. No. Oh, there we go, finally. Oh yeah, it wasn't the left or right hand, but it was one of them that's equally as bad when it comes to splat, you're dead. Yeah, so from that zone border, the rest should be cake. Let's see. Ain't got time for that. Let's go. Yeah, this Duff beer, I'm pretty sure it was brewed by the people that make Kronenberg. And they just put Kronenberg in it. It's very hoppy. Excuse me. It tastes a lot of the hops that go into making the beer, rather than, I don't know, most other beers. Excuse me. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. We're on the home run now. I'm just waiting. If anything does attack on the run, I will charm it, root it, or something similar, because I don't want to pull a bunch of mobs on top of people. And pandemonium. There we go, folks. We did it. We made it here. Yep. It only... How long did that actually take? It was way more than 30 minutes. Oh, dear. It was, but there we are. Right. Okay. Is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online at the moment? It's me. Oh. Anarchy WoW finally released? I don't think I'm going to be going to that because that sounds illegal. Yeah, oh, that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, okay. Anyone we know? Glitchy Girl is streaming Once Human. I've never tried... Well, I did try it. It ran like dog shit on my system, which... I'm not going to lie, it's pretty awesome. All right, Glitchy Girl, we're going to check you out.
It's a new iPhone.
After these ads... oh my God, I hate adverts. Minx nobody. Okay, we got audio. Well, it just looks like WoW to me. What's this? Anarchy WoW? Okay. Well, it doesn't look like Anarchy Online. I'm sorry, but it don't. It looks exactly like WoW, which I just don't like. Okay. So we will leave it here. Yeah, well, it wasn't either of those things. I tried Once Human. It doesn't know the difference between a P core or an E core. And if you think I am going to switch off half my CPU just so I can play your game, guess again. Ain't happening. The same with the DX11 game that people get conned by. Star Citizen. Yeah, it's a piece of crap, and it's never going to be finished. It's all about, oh, we're going to do this and buy the next thing. It's a massive, massive con. It's awful. I played it on... They had like, oh, sign up for a free week. And I played it for 3 days and went, I'm never playing this piece of shit again. I actually booted my PC into its BIOS, switched off the whatever they are, efficiency, economy cores or whatever. And it still ran like a piece of ass. And I just went, well, every other game I play runs great, so I ain't doing it anymore. Oh, God, it's so awful. Don't buy in. Don't spend money on that. Whatever you do, just don't, because it's complete garbage. Always has been. It probably always will be. They're always selling you the promise of what it will be, and you're never going to see it. That's the whole shtick with that game. It's god-awful. You watch videos go, oh, look, you pilot the ship out of a shuttle bay and you have to manually do it, and then you have to get to a destination and get out and do this, and all sounds great, but when you actually do it, it's horrible. It's god-awful, and I wish I'd never played it. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's dog shit. Don't spend money on Star Citizen. It's vaporware. It's never going to be finished. It's never going to be a complete game. It's never going to be released as anything other than an alpha where they take money off you on the promise of what it will be. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. It's dog shit. Don't spend your money. Honest to God, it's fucking awful. And I cannot stress that enough. Don't waste your money. Right, so we're going to come to the end with no one to go to, but that's okay. So thank you all very much for the resubs, especially some of you have been here for years at a time, but I appreciate you. I haven't played it, but it seems there are some pretty interesting servers. It's shit, mate. It's dog shit. Don't waste your money. I tried it, so you don't have to. It's god awful. It's absolutely god awful. Worst game I've ever played. It's shite. It's complete and utter shite. They're selling you on the look at what we could do, and they never, ever, ever deliver on what they could do. They just keep fucking around with it, messing around. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Yeah, whatever you say. Mate, it's a pipe dream. It's never going to get finished. And if you spend your money on it, you're a fool with your money parted. It's garbage. Because the core game is terrible. I don't care how good the video was or the trailer was, that ain't what you're going to experience if you try and play. It's nothing like it. It's dog shit. Do not waste money on this game, whatever you do. Right, love you all, miss you all. Thank you for the new follows, thank you for the resubs, that's much appreciated. But I will say, bye for now.